Yes everyone, so today's video we are going to learn more about microscope because that is the invention we chose for our report. So first, microscopy. Microscopy is the science of investigating small objects and structures using a microscope. So when you study or examine, when you want to examine or observe or study small objects using microscope, that is what we call microscopy. So next is microscopic. Microscopic means being invisible to the eye unless aided by a microscope. Example for that is bacteria. Bacteria is a very small object and we can't see them with just our naked eyes unless we use microscope. So some of us are so familiar with this technology. We usually saw them, or this technology is usually used at the laboratory, and we usually see them at our school's laboratory, and some of us use them during our high school days. So microscope, this is what microscope looks like. Microscope is a laboratory instrument used to examine objects that are too small to be seen by the naked eye. So, some microscopes can even use to observe an object at the cellular level, which means that it allows scientists, or it allows us users to observe or examine small objects as detailed as possible. For example, when you examine a cell, because it is so very detailed, you can actually see the cell's organelles, for example, a mitochondria or even nucleus, and of course you can even see their shape and structures just by using microscope. So next slide, microorganisms that can be seen using microscope. So these are examples of microorganisms that can be seen using microscope. For example, plant cell. So this is what plant cell looks like when we use the microscope. Next is the bacteria. So that is a bacteria, and next is viruses. So this is what it looks like when we use microscope. According to some journalists and researchers, they said that it is not clear who invented the first microscope. However, Zacharias is credited with inventing the compound microscope, and most historians summarize that his father must have played a vital role since Zacharias was still in his teens in the 1590s. Some historians credit both the Janssens and a fellow Dutch eyeglass maker, Hans Lippershey, with concurrent though independent invention of the microscope. So the inspiration in making microscope was actually an eyeglass about optics and lenses. So next will be the microscope achievements and contributions.
The microscopes have contributed significantly in the fields of cell biology and histology, where great discoveries have been made over the years. The discovery of blood cells in the human body paved the way for advanced studies in cell biology. So, tungkol sa microscope, dira na nahibalaan ang about sa cell biology o some scientists na gusto pang mo dive about sa history, kung asa siya gikan, or kung unsa siya kadugayon. So dako katabang yung microscopes. So early discovery of genes involved in human development by Edward Lewis, Christine Nosine, and Eric Wishaws in 1995 is a clear demonstration of the importance of microscope in the life of science. So tungod aning ni Edward, ni Christine ug ni Eric, dira nila na demonstrate og about sa pag-discover sa genes. Tungod ani nilang tulo, diri nila na demonstrate ang unsa ka importante ang microscope sa sa science. The contribution of microscopes in education. In the classroom, microscopes are used to teach students about the structure of things, too small to be seen with the human eye alone. Harian ng katong gagmay bitaw kaayo nga dagan man na sa TikTok o na kanang bisag gamay lang nga gikan sa for example gikan sa mga karne. Also the way in which microscopes work can be used to teach students about the properties of light, the physics behind the lenses and mirrors, and staining techniques for various specimens. So para itong giingon ako ganina nga ang microscope gituduan ng mga bata, mga students to learn the properties of light, the physics behind lenses. So sa pharmaceuticals, the microscope is key in the research formulation and manufacturing stages of pharmaceutical product development. Both optical and scanning electron microscopy, or SEM, are often used to optimize particle size, morphology, and roughness of pharmaceutical materials. So gamit ang microscope, diri nila na balaan sa mga researchers about sa mga klase-klase ng formulas.
Now, we are in the achievement of our particular invention that we are talking about, which is the microscope. Okay, microscope were developed over a period of time, and on 16th century, or from 16th century, in which a simple microscope or a magnifying glass reached its highest state of protection. And then, on the 17th century, it was discovered that by combining two lenses made of glass with different colors aspirations, much of chromatic aberration could be reduced or eliminated. And on the 18th century, it was witnessed that a great improvement in the mechanical and optical quality of compound microscope. So, and until now, microscope were being developed and being improved. And when we are going to talk about development and improvement, there is also an achievement behind it. Okay? More recently, microscopy has enjoyed an explosive growth as a tool in the physical and material services as well as the semiconductor industry due to the need to observe surface features of new high-tech materials and integrated circuits. And also, microscopy becoming an important tool for forensic scientists who are constantly examining hairs, fibers, clothing, blood stains, bullets, and other items associated with crimes. So I can say that we are so lucky to have this kind of inventions because it helps us a lot in medical courses, to the students and others. So that's all. Thank you so much for listening. Good day and God bless. Bye-bye.